of the fantasy baseball season. And here's a few pitchers I would look to sell high and trade away this week. The first guy is Cole Irving of the Oakland Athletics. So Cole Irving, it's been a mixed bag of results this season for him. 6-7 in 101 innings, to 103 hits given up, 40 earned runs, 10 homers, 19 walks, 73 strikeouts, a 3.56 ERA, and a 1.21 WHIP with 9 quality starts on the season here for Irving. So right now, pretty decent numbers, and that AL West isn't the strongest of divisions in terms of hitting the baseball, but right now he's going out there and pitching pretty well. But the last couple weeks for him, 15 innings, 1-0 record, 8 hits, 2 earned runs, a homer, giving up 4 walks, 13 strikeouts, a great 1.20 ERA, and an 0.80 WHIP with 2 quality starts. And to dig a little deeper here for Irving, 31 2/3 in the last month, 2-0 record with a 2.84 ERA. So right now he's going out there each and every 5th day, and he's giving this Oakland Athletic team a great chance of winning games. But right now, I just don't think it's going to be sustainable here for Irving. And if you could sell him high while his value's at its peak right now, this is definitely the time to do it. I don't think that ERA, when it's all said and done this season, will be even in the mid-3s. I think 4s to mid-4s when it's done this year. But the last couple games for him, June 27th at San Francisco, 8 innings, got the win, 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 8 Ks, and 0.63 WHIP and a quality start. And then July 3rd, another great outing for him versus the Boston Red Sox, 7 innings, no decision, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, a homer, 2 walks, 5 Ks, a 2.57 ERA, a 1 WHIP and a quality start. So a perfect time to sell him high, especially after pitching versus 2 first-place teams and holding his own, going 8 and 7 innings and only giving up 2 runs in those 2 outings here. And his next start's another good one at the Texas Rangers, who aren't the greatest at hitting teams. But right now, I just don't see Irving sustaining these stats. And he's a play I would sell high this week. The next pitcher I'd look to sell high is Herman Marquez of the Colorado Rockies. So Marquez, I mentioned him last week, is a sell high candidate. And I'm going to continue to go with it right here. I just don't think it's sustainable what he's doing, especially playing at Coors Field and especially playing in a tough NL West with 3 great teams like the Giants, Padres, and Dodgers. And on the season here for Marquez, 105 1/3, 7-6 record, 83 hits, 42 earned runs, 8 homers, 41 walks, 105 strikeouts, a 3.59 ERA, and a 1.18 WHIP with 12 quality starts, which is amongst the league leaders this season in the majors. In the last couple weeks here, he's been lights out. Is Marquez, 23 innings, 2-0 record, 8 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 homers, 2 walks, 23 strikeouts, a 1.17 ERA, and a 0.43 WHIP with 3 quality starts. So he's going out there, and he's been dominating right now, pretty much like an ace the last few outings is Marquez. But like I said, playing in the tough division, playing in Coors Field, while his value's at an all-time high, and I think you could get a good start back for him. This is the time to do it. The last few outings for him, June 23rd at Seattle, 8 innings, got the win, 2 hits, 1 earned run, a homer, giving up 7 Ks, a 1.13 ERA, 0.25 WHIP and a quality start. June 29th versus the Pirates, complete game, 1 hitter in that one. He almost got the no-hitter, was 2 outs away in that ball game, 1 walk, 5 Ks, and 0.22 WHIP and a quality start. And then July 4th, another good outing, 6 innings but a no decision, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, a homer, a walk given up, 11 Ks, a 3 ERA, a 1 WHIP, and a quality start. So right now he's pitching lights out, no doubt about it. But like I said, while he's one of the better pitchers in the last month or 2 of fantasy baseball, I would sell him high here and try to get a good boatload, 2 pitches for him, or like I mentioned, the big bat. And his next outing is July 10th at the San Diego Padres. The pitcher I look to sell high and trade away is Alek Manoah of the Toronto Blue Jays. So Manoah, he's a guy that's at least one of the top prospects that came up this season all around Major League Baseball, and especially in the Blue Jays system. And so far in the short year for him, 36 2/3, 2-0 record, 25 hits given up, 11 earned runs, 7 homers, 12 walks, 43 strikeouts, a nice 2.70 ERA, a 1.01 WHIP and 4 quality starts. In the last couple weeks for him, 13 innings, 1-0 record, 7 hits, 3 walks, 16 Ks, no runs given up, 0.77 WHIP, and 2 quality starts. So right now, Manoah, he hasn't given up a run in his last 2 outings here for this Blue Jay team. But another guy who plays in a tough division here in the AL East with the Boston Red Sox tearing it up. Obviously, you got the Yankees, even though their hitting's been struggling the last few weeks here in the division, but they could get hot at any time. You got Baltimore, who could still hit the baseball a little, and obviously the defending American League champs in the Tampa Bay Rays here. But Manoah, he's gone out there, and he's pitched real well, no doubt about it. The last few outings for him, June 19th at Baltimore, though, 3 1/3, 4 hits, 5 earned runs, 4 homers, giving up a walk, 6 Ks, a 13.5 ERA, a 1.50 whip. June 25th versus the same Oriole team, 6 innings, no decision, 4 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 6 Ks, a 1 whip, and a quality start. And then July 2nd, his latest outing, 7 innings, got the win, 3 hits, no runs, a walk, 10 Ks, 0.57 whip, and a quality start versus the Rays. So right here, he's gone out there versus 2 division foes the last 2 outings, and he's been dominating. But right now, for a young rookie here, I think he's not going to just come up and take the league by storm. I think there's going to be some growing pains, and we've seen it a little so far in a few starts for him out of the first 36 innings of his career here for Manoah, and his next outings tomorrow at the Baltimore Orioles. But right now, if you got a good deal on the table to get rid of him and get good value for him, this is the time to do it, in my opinion. The next pitcher is Kyle Gibson of the Texas Rangers, so he's been on this sell high list a few times throughout the first 14 weeks of the season here is Gibson. But hey, Gibson's gone out there and he's proven me wrong for sure. 95 2/3, still undefeated this season, 6-0, 70 hits, 21 earned runs, 7 homers given up, 29 walks, 81 strikeouts, an amazing 1.98 ERA, 1.03 whip, and 12 quality starts for Gibson in the last couple weeks for him. 12 2/3, 1-0 record, 7 hits, 1 earned run, a homer, giving up 4 walks, 17 strikeouts, an 0.71 ERA, and an 0.87 whip with a quality start. So right now, this guy, he's been out of this world this season here for the Rangers. But right now, he's on a Texas team that's not going to give him much run support. He's pitched lights out the whole season here, and he's only got 6 wins to go with it. But I just think the other shoe's going to drop as the season goes on here. No way his ERA is going to be a 2 or slightly under a 2. I think it could be 3s, mid-3s. I could see a lot of games coming up for him where teams are going to start hitting him hard. And I know he's pitched well, no doubt about it. But right now, while his value is probably at the highest it's going to be all season, this is a perfect time to trade Gibson off. And I think you could get a quality bat or even 2 quality pitchers in a deal for him, depending what owners are willing to give up. So the last few outings for him, June 26th versus Kansas City, 7 innings, got the win, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 10 Ks, 0.43 whip, and a quality start. July 2nd at Seattle, 5 2/3, no decision, 5 hits, 1 earned run, a homer, 3 walks, 7 Ks, a 1.59 ERA, and a 1.47 whip. So he's gone out there, and like I mentioned, he's pitched great, but also he's had some good matchups the last few outings versus Kansas City at Seattle, and here today, he versus another weak hitting team in the Detroit Tigers. So Gibson here, he's been pitching good, he's been pitching lights out, but I just don't think it's sustainable for him. And right now, he's a pitcher I definitely would sell high this week. And final pitcher I'd look to sell high and trade away this week is Eduardo Rodriguez of the Boston Red Sox. So Rodriguez, he missed last season with COVID issues here for the Red Sox team. And so far this season, he's been up and down, 84 2/3, 6-4 record, 93 hits, 51 earned runs, 12 homers, 21 walks, 99 strikeouts, a 5.42 ERA, 1.35 whip, and 5 quality starts. But the last couple weeks here is where his peak value's really shown. 12 innings, 1-0 record, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, a homer, 2 walks, 14 Ks, a 1.50 ERA, and an 0.67 whip with 2 quality starts. So he's gone out there the last 3 starts, and he's pitched really well for this first place team, Boston Red Sox team. But the numbers don't lie, and we've seen it all season for him. That ERA has been up there in the 6s, and in the last month it's still up there in the 5s. So right now, after a few 2 or 3 good outings here for Rodriguez, this is a perfect time, in my opinion, to sell him high. And you could sell him off the point that he's on a first place team, that he's been pitching well in the last couple weeks. But right now, I just don't buy it, and I don't think it's going to be sustainable for him for the lefty. But the last few outings, June 22nd in Tampa, 6 innings, no decision, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, a homer, a walk, 7 Ks, a 4.5 ERA, a 1.33 WHIP, and a quality start. June 27th versus the Yankees, 6 innings, got the win, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, a homer, 8 Ks, a 3 ERA, 0.83 WHIP, and a quality start. And then July 2nd in Oakland, 6 innings, no decision, 1 hit, no runs given up, 2 walks, 6 Ks, an 0.50 WHIP, and a quality start. And his next outing's here tonight at the Los Angeles Angels here for Eduardo Rodriguez. So right now, while he's pitching well and he's gone out there and getting things done here, it's a perfect time to sell him high. Also, as well, with him being the American League East, so that's a few pitches I look to sell high and trade away here in Week 14 of the fantasy baseball season.